Electric vehicles are the latest climate change fashion, except that a Norwegian shipping company has banned electric, hybrid and hydrogen cars from its ferries. After a risk analysis, it was concluded that the risk to the safety of the shipping fleet was too significant. If an electric vehicle catches fire, they said, the fire can no longer be extinguished. And they cited last February a ship with e-vehicles on board. The vehicles caught fire. The fire couldn't be extinguished. The ship sank.
An improperly disconnected car battery. That's what the NTSB says sparked a massive fire that caused an explosion aboard a car carrier ship at Blunt Island last year, injuring multiple firefighters.
An electric vehicle is thought to have started a fire on board a cargo ship carrying thousands of cars. One crew member was killed and others injured.
And that's what happened recently at Sydney Airport, which with these lithium-ion batteries.
What we got is the casing for a fully electric vehicle, heavily impacted by fire. That does appear to be the area of origin.
Nightmare for a local family. They say an electric car sparked this fire that destroyed their home.
4 people died from this fire at an e-bike repair shop.
Fire gets into the battery pack. They do something which is called thermal runaway, and if it gets into the battery pack, it takes up to 40 times more water than an average car fire.
Even when the immediate threat is put out, Austin Fire says there's still the potential for a fire to reignite with an electric vehicle.
A Tesla in Scottsdale catches on fire not once, but twice.
So, has Bowen presented us with a risk analysis in relation to purchasing, driving, charging electric vehicles and disposing of the batteries? Nothing. In the first 6 months of this year, there has been a 20% increase in lithium battery-related fires in New South Wales.
We are seeing a lot more incidents in and around lithium-ion batteries.
The cause of the fire was a lithium-ion battery that had failed.
The suspected cause, a lithium battery-powered e-scooter that was being charged.
The different marks on the wall is where the battery is actually exploded.
Now, these batteries are sometimes thrown into rubbish bins instead of being disposed of safely.
It was an explosion and it was involving expired lithium chips. The process they were using was putting these chips in a bucket and putting some water in the bucket to actually make an oxidization process occur.
The Fire and Rescue New South Wales Acting Deputy Commissioner of Field Operations, Trent Curtin, has said that firefighters were responding to an average of more than 3 battery fires a week from in-home charging issues or incorrect disposal. I mean, surely to goodness know-alls like Bowen should be fully informing users of electric vehicles as to where the risks lie. He won't do that because he's ideologically committed to getting rid of petrol-fired cars and forcing us into electric vehicles.
Now is the time for the conversation on how we increase the uptake of electric and low-emissions vehicles.
Mind you, he doesn't tell us where the electricity is going to come from, nor the risk. Now, ignorance can sometimes be forgiven. Arrogance from people like Bowen can't be. These people, I've told you over and over again, are dangerous.
This is just a regular Energizer lithium battery, and what's inside of it honestly kind of scares me. Just for fun though, I'm gonna open it up, and I've already made a little cut in the outer shell. Opening batteries like this is dangerous, and it's almost always a huge pain, but I was eventually able to pop off its shell. Now I can unroll its insides and reveal the thing that scares me. It honestly doesn't look like much, but it's a bunch of lithium metal, and it's extremely reactive. The metal itself technically isn't what scares me though, and it's what can happen if it's added to water. Normally, it just fizzles a bunch, and maybe lights on fire. In this foil form from the battery though, it can sometimes be a bit more reactive. I personally had to discover this the hard way, and I'm very lucky it all turned out okay.
I am just doing a quick little video here just to give people an idea of how much energy it takes to charge an electric vehicle. I'm at Electrify America. This is a 350 kilowatt station. I'm consuming roughly 137 kilowatts. It'll fluctuate. Sometimes I can go up to the full 350. But to put this into perspective, an average home consumes 1.25 kilowatts per hour. 135 kilowatts per hour, it's like the equivalent of 106 homes on the grid, just this one station. Now, if I was going to get the full 350 kilowatts like these can supply, that would be the equivalent of 280 homes. Now think about all 6 chargers running at full capacity. That's like 1,080 homes on the grid. Just a little food for thought. It's things people don't realize, the amount of energy it takes to fast charge these batteries. It's a huge amount of electricity, and now you understand why the electric companies can't even supply that much power to one spot. It's like, think of 1,600 homes and how much copper and wire that would take just to supply that many houses.